Hallo Miners, welcome back. We got another donation deck list this week. This time from my buddy Jesse. He wanted to see some Winota action this week. So we're playing a Winota Stompy deck. It's basically just your standard red-white initiative deck with a little twist of being able to cheat your creatures into play with Winota during your attack step by attacking with non-human creatures. His deck is a little heavy on the Storm hate. He was banking on all the Wheel Storm decks going around. I don't necessarily think I agree with this, but I wanted to keep with his theme of wanting to be able to get hate pieces onto the battlefield to slow your opponent so that you have time to execute your game plan. So this is the original deck that he submitted. I did make a couple of changes to the deck over here. I wanted to go a little bit faster, and I maxed out on Broadside Bombardiers. That's really the biggest spice in the deck right now because it's funny being able to attack with that, use this trigger with a Winota to get initiative creature onto the battlefield, get your damage in, and then chuck the initiative creature at your opponent's face for 6 points of damage out of nowhere. So that's kind of my spice on that, and wanting this deck to go a little bit faster. Being a Stompy deck, you want to go fast. I also haven't seen as much Storm as he's anticipating, so I did keep some of the lock pieces in the deck to keep in the spirit of what he wanted by keeping the Magus of the Moon. I feel like greedy mana bases have been more prevalent than Storm lately, so I did keep the Maguses in the main deck to be the additional lock pieces in addition to the Chalice of the Void. But other than that, it's a pretty typical red-white Stompy initiative deck with the Winota twist, so we're going to take it into a league, see how it does. I'll catch you all in the wrap-up. All right, let's win more. Wow, this is actually turn one Rabble Master and Broadside Bombardiers. I think we're just gonna shove. Hopefully our opponent's not on a turn one combo deck themselves. But yeah, this is pretty good. We're just gonna shove it for the hell of it. All right, opponent kept on 7 as well. I guess we're gonna see what they got here. A Thoughtseize is kind of whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Like, this is kind of just like, oh, Shadowway Backstreet? So this could be Death and Taxes. This could be Reanimator. Like, Reanimator's kind of shitty. They kept whatever was on top. So I'm a little concerned about that. That being said, Shadowy Backstreet, I don't know if we have to worry about counter magic at all. But yeah, no, we're here to shove. We're gonna fucking shove. We're just gonna do dumb shit. Yeah, this is 6 mana. My math is correct. We're gonna Rabble Master. I probably should have started off with the Broadside, honestly, because this is better with the Winota. And now we just do stuff. Like, this is 100% all in. We have another land to be able to try to do something next turn, but this is just so much damage if we get to go in. Okay. So far, this is all resolving. This is just a whoops, attack all. This is just a super fast clock, especially if I can hit another 3-drop goblin of some sort. I guess we're just gonna hope this is enough. Like, this is a lot of damage really fucking fast. And at this point, the damage, like the extra goblins on the battlefield at this point are more important than chucking something with Broadside here, because like I think we might have lethal next turn. I haven't done all of the math yet, but if I chuck Rabble Master at the end of all this, it might be lethal. Assuming our opponent doesn't just kill us here, so we'll see what happens. Like, this very well could just be a Reanimator, and they just go, like, Entomb, Reanimate, I'm dead. It's also very possible that, like, they could just have a shitload of removal and be able to just wipe my whole board, and then I have literally nothing going on. Okay, so it's a Solitude pitching a Force, so this looks like it might be Gruul's Scam. Or Orzhov Scam, and this might be an Ephemerate here, which if it is, that's brutal. Yeah, that's an Ephemerate. Alright, so yeah, this seems like a nightmare matchup for what we're trying to do here, because they just fucking 2-for-1 my whole board here, and I have nothing left going on. So this is very likely we're just dead. The other problem is like, even if I draw 3-drop here, there's no point in running it out, because they can just get their creature back. Or kill it with fucking Solitude, so hopefully they just don't have shit else going on here. And I don't think it's worth them ephemerating to get rid of my Goblin token here. Actually, turn off auto yields. Because I actually do want to fetch at the end. Like, there's no point in me holding on to fetches. Yeah, they're just going to let this go. It makes more sense for them to be able to just attack here. This seems like it's going to be a very, very rough match. Because they're just going to be able to scam shit out so easily. Alright, Daughty Voidwalker's fine. Like, there's a world where they're low on resources, and if we just get runner into shit that we need, like, we very well could be back in this. We're gonna go ahead and just fetch now. There's no point in holding on to it. I don't know if they're gonna have Wastelands or not, so we'll see. I mean, that's a start to where I want to be here. So as long as I can hold that in my hand, unfortunately we will be able to trade initiative back and forth here. Or they can just, like, grief me, take the Chaos of Chaos Adventure, and then play it with Daughty Voidwalker. So we'll see. The other thing that sucks is, like, the way you can stack these triggers too, like, you might think that it'd be a good idea to throw a Archon of Emeria in here to be able to stop them from, like, doing the ephemerate shit. But the problem is like, they can stack their triggers so that the ETB happens first. They kill the Archon, and then they're able to flicker their Solitude anyways, because then the Archon's off the battlefield. So, like, just something to be aware about, because, like, I'm thinking this is probably going to the next game right now. Like, I'm definitely on the back foot right now. I mean, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna try to see if we can get a Winota to resolve here. I very much think they probably have another removal spell here, but this is what we need to do. Oops, wrong color. Like, I very much think this is not going to survive into combat. The fact that they didn't do anything and just left mana up is screaming that they either have another Solitude white card or they have a Source of Plowshares or something. Because if this dies, we're just dead. We are kind of giving up what's happening here, but we'll see if we can... If this lives, we have a shot. They also could just have an Ephemerate for Solitude here. Like, there's so many ways that they get out of this. Like, I'm anticipating this doesn't make it into combat, but we'll see. Really? They went after the Goblin token. That's interesting. Why wouldn't they have just gone after the Winota? Unless they just have another answer for the Winota anyways. Because, like, I can block this Solitude now and kind of stem the bleeding a little bit if they don't have a way to remove Winota. We'll see. Like, I can't do anything this turn anyway, so we'll just have 6 through the turn. I feel like they should have gone after Winota because I have hit... Oh, they just have another? Yeah, okay. Alright, you got it. Like I said, this seems like a fucking abysmal matchup. But we'll see what we can do here. Unfortunately, so much of their shit, like... Yeah, there's just so much of their shit that can stop what we're doing here. Like... I'm just trying to think of what I even want to bring in here. Like, I could try to shut down their mana, but they can just evoke out a Solitude and get rid of my Magus of the Moon. I don't know what the fuck they would even be bringing in from the sideboard at this point. Like, honestly, I think we just run it back. I don't think there's any point in changing anything. Okay, let's see if we can pull this off here. Even after that crazy turn 1. Okay, this shuts down the Ephemerate bullshit, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. This is the type of hand we need to be able to actually pull this shit off. And if we can slam a Winota and then slam a Magus of the Moon on top of it... But granted, like, there's still the possibility that they just scam the shit out of us here. But luckily this will shut down the Ephemerates. Like, this will shut down Ephemerate, this will shut down... Reanimate, stuff like that. But we did see that they had Lorens, so it's very possible that they can just find a way to play a Loren, blow this up, and then start going back to the scamming bullshit. Like... I don't know. I find it funny that now that Namestickerer is gone, you're seeing more of these Ephemerate scam-style decks. Which, you know my opinion on the Evoke Elementals. I think the whole fucking cycle of them just needs to go from every goddamn format. They just need to go. Like, they were a mistake to be printed. I'm glad that Wizards shouted out Grief, because in Legacy in particular, Legacy and Modern, Grief is the most egregious of them. Okay, so now we know they have Wasteland, but we can play this a little bit slower now. That's interesting. So I think we're gonna go ahead and... So, like, I want to play the Winota first, but I also want to try to slam the Magus of the Moon to stop them from being able to really realistically do anything. But the fact that they have a fetch land means that they could just go fetch a basic anyways. That, and like I said, they can still very easily... I think we're going to push our advantage here. Let's go grab a basic... No, yes, no, okay. Fuck it. We're all in. We're doing the thing. See if this gets a removal spell out of their hand first. Like, I wanted to go get a basic so then I could still have access to white mana after I Magus of the Moon, but we'll see. Like, we'll see what we draw. See if they kill this thing. They can still evoke some shit out if they want to, but like I said, luckily this shuts down the ephemerate side of this shit. And then if they don't do anything else, we might just slam a Magus of the Moon. Unfortunately, it does mean that Cavern doesn't do literally anything afterward if they manage to just, like, Solitude our Magus of the Moon, but it might be enough to shut them down from, like, doing anything anyways. I don't know, we'll see. We could also just hope that, like, we get enough mana to be able to redeploy Winota after all of this shit anyways. Like, we'll see. Because I think the plan is just going to be, like, slam a Winota, hope that it survives. Because they would need Solitude white card. Alright, they do have basics. I guess we'll see what happens here. I think at this point we're going to chuck the Magus. I don't think it's needed at this point. Or we just keep the Magus and throw it under the Chrome Mox? I actually don't hate that. I think we're actually going to do that. We're not going to pitch any... Ooh, what are they doing? Are they getting rid of the Goblin Shaman now? They're casting an Orcish Bowmasters. Oh, okay. So, I mean, this still means that they would need to have Solitude. We're not pitching anything else anyways. They're trying to prevent it so that we don't want to, but we weren't going to anyways. And we're going to see if they happen to have a Solitude and a white card. Ooh, doesn't look like it yet. Ooh, are we getting to combat? Oh, yeah, baby. Hells to the yes. Into a Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Yes, please. I think we will grab a white source. Unfortunately, this does mean we're probably going to trade the initiative back and forth for a second here. But we have a backup Winota, too. So even if they can kill this one... yeah, we're gonna grab that. And we have mana. Like, I'm debating if we even want to play this Plains, honestly. I guess they actually just have to take this. Oh, really? Okay. Now I have a blocker. I think I'm gonna hold on to this for now. I don't need to play it. We just need to fade a... I mean, even if they have a Solitude, like, it's kind of whatever. The problem is we don't have anything to trigger this Winota with again. But just getting in with Caves of Chaos Adventurer is good, so... So I don't think our opponent has a removal spell. Otherwise, I feel like they would snap it off on Winota, get in with Orcish Bowmasters. But we'll see. Like, one of our Haste Goblins off the top would be the absolute best. Well, any of our goblins off the top would be the absolute best thing we could get here. But I mean, like, we've got stuff we can do. And they just scoop it up. Okay. I was expecting that to be a lot harder in game 2. Switching shit up here. I think I might bring the Solitudes in here. Like, there's something about us bringing these in to keep the board clear so that we can hold on to the initiative. If we bring them in, though, I'm not super sure what we want to take out. I feel like Magus isn't super relevant here. So, like, we could take out 2 Magus. Like, maybe take out 2 Magus, take out 2 Broadsides, and bring the Solitudes in. So that, in theory, depending on what they do, we could try to Solitude a Solitude in response to an Ephemerate, or something like that. This also can try to keep the board clear so that we can hold on to the initiative. Yeah, let's try that. I mean, I think we're gonna keep this. This is a pretty quick, just like, slam shit hand. I would prefer to have a Chalice of the Void, but I guess we're just gonna try to slam it and see what happens here. Like, turn 1, Tomb Spirit Guide into a Rabble Master, or I can turn 1, Tomb, turn 2, Plateau, and then slam either of my initiative creatures. But I think we're just going to try to do this and see if we can work our way up to Winota. Like, we'll see. Hope that we can maybe just do, like, a fast clock or something. Opponent kept on 6. Hopefully we don't get to see the Grief Scam start. Grief Scam. I mean, the nice part is this empties their hand pretty well, and we've got 3 things that matter here. So they're probably not going to be able to just coast to coast with this grief here. Because this is going to take another card out of their hand, but then they are going to get to Thought Seizless again. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like the smart thing here is honestly take the Simian Spirit Guide. Shut down my turn 1 play, then take that. That leaves it so that you grab one of these the next turn. Yep, okay, they were doing that. I'm guessing this is an Ephemera. I'd be very surprised if it's not. Yep, okay. So we got Grief Scammed this time. Now I'm guessing they take the Bowmasters. Either that, or at this point they might take the 2 initiative threats. No, they took the Bowmasters, okay. They're going to take one of these initiative threats next turn, then. Unless I can hit a Chalice, and then it shuts down their Ephemerate. And they are down to 2 cards. Our creatures are going to be bigger. Play the Ancient Tomb. I mean, they're going to get to take one of these, and then we just hope that they don't have shit. And we can slam the other one and start working toward rebuilding. I'd be very surprised if they don't Ephemerate here. Unless they just happen to have another Grief. Okay, yeah. So they're going for the triple Thoughtseize. A Lotus Petal or a Spirit Guide can get either one of these down next turn. Assuming they don't have another Grief. Or another Ephemerate. Because, like, if they just have another Ephemerate to eat my fucking hand... Alright, they take the Caves of Chaos Adventurer. I hate this card so much. Like, Grief needs to go. It should not be legal in any fucking format. Like, especially because you get to do shit like this. Alright, so they've got 2 unknowns in hand. A Lotus Petal. Okay. That's something. Are you fist fucking me right now? Like, this is what I mean. This fucking card needs to go. Alright, well, our whole hand is going to be gone, but then they're down to nothing. I mean, we're just going to play out the planes and go. Like, we know that the Seasoned Engineer's gone, but luckily they don't have, like, shit else to do. You know our hand. At least we're going to get to the point where literally any card off the top is live, assuming they don't just keep fucking chaining these goddamn Ephemerates. The other nice part is because they keep blinking this shit, they don't... They haven't actually gotten any attacks in either, so they're kind of giving us time to build our board. Because we're just playing lands and passing. Apparently they liked whatever was on top. Like, you know what's in my hand, go ahead and fucking Grief. Like, flash your Ephemera, take my Seasoned Engineer. I don't know what your top card is, but now literally anything I draw I can play. Like, now I don't even want mana. I'm just curious what that card that was on top that they kept was. A Wasteland? Okay. Like, whatever. Try to restrict my mana. I don't give a shit. If they have another fucking Ephemerate, though, then I might lose my shit. A Winota? Okay. Well, I guess we're going to see who top decks better here, because I can play this Winota. And my Winota is bigger than your Grief. Okay, it's a Bowmaster, so we're just in top deck wars now. And my creatures are bigger than theirs. However, they have removal and can blink this fucking Grief. Okay, it's just a land. They're getting in for 5, so they are getting the first attack in. Caves of Chaos Adventure? Okay. I don't hate that. We're not going to introduce the initiative just yet. I would like to try to clear out more of their board if possible first. I'm assuming this is going to be another Shadowy Backstreet. They're probably just looking for removal. Like, one of our token-producing goblins would be great here. Alright, they bin the Grief. So they're drawing random. Just a land, okay. I'm assuming they get in with just the Grief here. Yep. So now, depending on what we draw, we're going to have to decide... Come on, Goblin? No, land. Okay. Well, I think this is worth dropping this into play now. I'm willing to trade... This incentivizes them to attack with everything, and at this point, I'm willing to trade the initiative back and forth. And since we have another land, I'm fine with this. We will double block this Grief in a heartbeat. We just need to fade removal, and then I will gladly go back and forth with the initiative. Because this is going to incentivize them to attack with multiple things. Do they have another Shadowy Backstreet? Are they playing a playset? No. Okay. So they're still just drawing blank, which is fine. Or drawing blind off the top of their deck. I'm just trying to think. Like, there might be a world where we just let them get in here. They're swinging in with everything. Okay, well, in that case, then, we block here. We block here. We'll let them get the initiative. That's fine. Like, the only part about this that sucks is it gives them a 5th land in case they have an Ephemerate. Pest control, cycling. Okay. That's fine. So this wipes out all of that shit. They get the initiative, and now I can start cracking back for more than they can hit me for. Especially if I hit anything else relevant off the top. And again, we have enough mana to play literally whatever we hit off of the top. We're just hoping not to hit lands at this point. Got a swamp, plays the swamp. 1 unknown in hand. Okay, Aloran, that's fine. There's nothing you can blow up with that. Alright, so we're still just at the point where we want to hit, like, a goblin or something off at the top. Another Winota, that's interesting. Alright, well, we're going to attack in. Yeah, we might as well attack with both. Do I actually want to swing in with both? Yeah, I do. I'm winning this race. We're going to see what we hit off the top here, too. A Chrome Mox that I can't realistically do anything with. Alright, they take 9. I think we want to Lost Well here, or do we want to go down Forge to go into Trap? So, like, there's something to be said, because if I hit another initiative creature, they're probably just dead. Lauren lets us draw a bunch of shit. Let's go Lost Well. I think we're better off choosing our cards here. So that we know... Okay, Broadside Bombardiers is great. We will put that on the bottom, Broadside on top. And Broadside should theoretically do it. Like, there's something to be said about playing out the other Winota just to have a blocker, but they've only got 5 damage on board. They're drawing blind. If they draw a removal spell, I gain life. Yep, get in. They could make us both draw, which is fine. I don't think they have any direct damage spells. I have a feeling they're probably going to Lost Well and then draw with Lauren. I guess we'll see. The smart thing would be to Lost Well and then draw with Lauren. Like I said, any removal spell they have gains me life and gives me another turn. Like, maybe I should have played the other Winota there. I don't know. I might pay for that. I kind of just wanted to hold on to it in case they use a removal spell on this Winota. Alright, they are doing the Scry too. I would love to see bottom both of them. 1 top, 1 bottom, so they like whatever they saw. And they have a way to draw it. Alright, so they're drawing now. Oh, okay, they're ephemerating Grief. Okay, so they're going to be able to take my Broadside. And they're going to be able to... I mean, that's kind of whatever. Yep, they take the Broadside Bombardiers. This is a forced block. We'll play out the Lotus Petal. So this is a forced block. We'll see what we hit off of Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Because I can play back another Winota. So they have to block with Grief. Otherwise they just die. The question becomes do they take out the Caves of Chaos Adventurer, or do they chump block the Winota? Because they can't just not block, because they're dead here. So I know the Grief is gone. Okay. They block there. Alright, that's fine. They go to 3, or 1. So I guess it comes down to, what are these top decks? We go in a stash. Play this. Put it on human. And then we pass the turn. If they want, they can ephemerate their Lauren. They get another draw, but so do we. If they want. They choose not to. Alright, they can put me to 1. I don't know if they have a way to pump Lauren at all. Plays a Plains. They have 1 card in hand. They have another redraw. They can put me to 1, go into Arena or Stash. A Haster would be the best thing possible here. Or even another initiative creature to get the initiative back. Okay, they're forcing me to attack. Okay. Interesting. Alright, I think a Solitude wins them this game. Chrome Mox. Okay, well I have to attack, so we're getting in. If they have a Solitude, this sucks. Because they can just wait until... Okay, they're going to block with Lauren. Are you going to draw? I actually would love it if you drew. No? So they know I have another Lauren. Okay, draw. Cool. Into a land. That's not good. So unfortunately, this gives them a body to be able to block with again. Actually, it can't block, right? No, it can. Okay. So I'm still at the point where I need some kind of... This sucks that we're both at 1. This is kind of crazy. Yeah, they're making a blocker, so I need something to be able to go wide. Wasteland, that's fine. Wasteland's irrelevant at this point. What do you got? Are you playing something else to go wide? No, you're cycling a Pest Control to draw. I really like Pest Control. I think that's a super cool card. Alright, so I can force another block, but the problem is they can go in the Throne of the Dead 3, so I need something good here. Yes, Goblin Rabble Master is exactly what I'm talking about here. They need a removal spell for the Rabble Master, they're dead. And I feel like they would have used it on whatchamacallit already. Yes, no? Okay, that gives me some amount of protection here. Well, I have to swing in, because I have to force this block, and just hope that they whiff on their Throne of the Dead 3. We gotta get in, they have to block, we will play another Winota. We trade this off. Oh, this is so fucking precarious. We basically just need them to whiff on this Throne of the Dead 3. Either that or like a Grief, a Bowmasters, like any of that shit is kind of fine. And then we need to hit another thing to be able to do our shit here. Like, oh, they hit a Solitude. God damn. Troll of Khazad-dûm. What the fuck? Yeah, Solitude just does it. I can't win now. Whop. That was super fucking close. Like, we'll see. Like, I can still survive a hit from the Solitude. But we'll see. Yeah, that's fine. I'm still in a position where I can play pretty much whatever. Yeah, now we're dead. We can't win. Good game, opponent. Wow, that was super fucking close. Holy shit. Alright, up against the Elite Jellyfish. On the play. I mean, this is a turn 1 Magus of the Moon. Or it's a turn 1 Fable. I think I like that better. We're gonna go ahead and keep this. Let's hope that this jellyfish doesn't sting me. And as a throwback to one of my last videos, if it does sting me, do not fucking pee on it. Our opponent's mulliganing to 5. Pretty quick. So this could be a combo deck, which maybe Magus does something, maybe it doesn't. But they kept on 5. We're gonna put this on human. Like, it's... Okay, they're just letting shit resolve, so I think I want to put the Fable down first, because this does more things, and hopefully we don't just get turned 1 by our opponent here. Because a Soul Land lets me play either one of these. A normal land, and them not getting... Ooh, Mana Confluence normally means... Okay, it's Dredge. Okay. So maybe Magus would have been better. They have a Stinkweed. Luckily we have ley lines for Graveyard Hate. We're just gonna have to try to go faster than them. That's a land. Can I do better than a land here? I don't think so. I think I just keep the land, play it, swing in, play Winota post-combat. Or actually, I think I play Caves post-combat. Yeah, I play Caves post-combat. And then Winota, I get to get in. Or actually, no. I need to play Winota just in case I don't hit a land. Okay, yeah. And then we just gotta hope that they don't hit crazy good off of their dredges. Luckily, we have ley lines in the board. Dredge is a Stinkweed, hits a bridge from below and a Grave Troll. They don't have Threshold yet, so they can't activate Coliseum. Poxwalkers is interesting. Oh, interesting. It's the Turbo Dredge stuff. Okay. Okay. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to do this all after combat, which is fine. Unfortunately, Soataru is basically a mill your whole deck situation. Let's do this. Wow. Fucking whiffed? That sucks. Enter the battlefield under control. If none of them were cast or no mana was spent. They can Cabal Therapy to get Poxwalkers. Alright, we hit him to that. I think we want to Caves of Chaos Adventurer here because we want the Trample. And just hope that they can't mill their whole fucking deck here. but we'll see. I want to say this is like a turbo definitive combo here, but I could be wrong. I haven't actually seen the Satoru version of this. Alright, so Poxwalkers is the only thing in the graveyard right now. They can Cephalid Coliseum to try to get some more shit. But they can do a bunch of stuff here with Cabal Therapy. Because, like, they can... I guess they still need a creature to sacrifice in the first place here. So they'd have to sacrifice Satoru itself. But I'm assuming... Yep, there's a Cephalid Coliseum, so they're trying to hit some Narcomoebas. None yet, none yet. Oh, thank God, we dodged the Narcomoebas. So they have nothing they can play to be able to get this chain going, unless they've got a Lion's Eye Diamond in hand to be able to, like, Oxyvagonus or something. Okay, they're just gonna go for a bunch of Poxwalkers, okay. This doesn't allow them to Sowataru or anything. Those are all tapped. They can clear my hand out, which is fine. Or actually, maybe they can, because they can get Sowataru back now. I guess we'll see what happens here. But then again, if they use their Dread Return, I don't know if they play more than one to be able to... Yeah, they're going for it. Okay. I guess they must have another one? Either that or they're just trying to go wide enough that they don't care. There's a Narcomoeba. So this lets them dredge their whole deck. Okay, they do have another Narcomoeba, or another Dredge Return. Okay, they got it. That's fine. Okay. So they do play more than one Dread Return. I see what they're doing here. They're just going to keep doing this. They're able to do the whole thing, get their Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Luckily, like I said, we've got Leylines, and we have Solitudes. I don't think Magus is particularly important here. I think I'm going to get rid of the Fables because we just want speed. And then Chalice doesn't seem particularly relevant here. I mean, it can stop their 1-mana shit, kind of. Actually, might take all of the Chalices out, put 2 of the Fables back in. Yeah, let's try that. Alright. Give me a good opener. That is a good opener. We're keeping this shit. This is a Leyline and a turn 1 Season Dungeoneer. Start with a Leyline. Leyline of Sanctity. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. That shuts off my Broadside Bombardiers. Actually, hold on. I gotta cast a Lotus Petal first. Now I can do this. Like, that does shut down Broadside Bombardiers, but other than that, I don't think it really does anything. My most important cards at this point are going to be red. So grab the red land. And then we're just gonna turbo mode try to kill them as quickly as possible. Cephalid Coliseum. Lion's Eye Diamond. Do they have a way to bounce the Leyline? No. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna turbo this shit out as quickly as possible here. Into a Rabble Master. Hells yeah. We are just going for the blazing kill our opponent as quickly as possible. Caracas enters the revealed zone. So I drew the Caracas, so that gives me an answer to Sowataru. Or Sotaru, however the hell you say the name. And then they're just dead on board next turn also, between trap and just onboard damage. So they would need to pull off something kind of spectacular here. Okay, red mana. I'm assuming they're looking for some way to bounce this Leyline and try to go off. And they don't got it. Okay. So with Leyline of Sanctity, is it worth trying to, like, bring in Wear Tears for that? Chalice is interesting again because it does shut down, like, Chain of Vapor and stuff like that, and a lot of their filtering and card draw. So there's a part of me that wants to bring these back in, but I think I could just run it. Well, Magus of the Moon is also interesting because it shuts down almost all of their mana. I think we're just going to run back. I would love multiple ley lines. I mean, this is basically the same thing, so we're just going to keep it. Opponent's mulliganing a bunch again. They're probably looking for a way to bounce a ley line. So I can turn one Fable. Alright, they kept a no-lander. We'll see what we draw. I'd love a Soul Land. Cavern of Souls. Is it worth throwing the Seasoned Dungeoneer to the wind to turn one Fable? I need to be fast is the problem. So I think the answer, unfortunately, is yes. I have two Cavern of Souls, so I have that shit covered. Yeah, I think I need to do this, unfortunately. I really don't like throwing the Seasoned Dungeoneer under here, but I need to get on board as quickly as possible, and this is going to fix my mana. because I need to just start doing stuff. And I need to find ways to do things. Alright, still nothing out of the opponent. That's good. It's giving us time. I really do like this art for Cavern of Souls also. I think I'm just going to chuck both of the lands here, try to hit some kind of gas. I wonder if they have a Force of Vigor and they're just debating if they want to do this now. Because that is a way to get rid of this ley line. Let's keep the green one. I like the green one quite a bit. Lotus Petal. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, we just get in, make our coin, or our token. I mean, luckily that got a bunch of lands off the top of our deck. But again, we're still giving our opponent plenty of time to do stuff. Luckily, it looks like they kept a no-lander and aren't drawing anything relevant. Jesus Christ, so many lands. I think I might just start holding on to stuff here, because mana's not the tripping point. Fortunately, this is a much slower hand than I want it to be. Alright, I'm very scared our opponent is just going to get something to go with a Force of Vigor, and that it's just going to wreck our day here. I mean, the nice part is we have another one of these now, and we have a way to cast it. I should have copied the Goblin Shaman, but I'm going to try to do the, like, end-of-turn copy shit. Like, we do have enough, because if they can get rid of one, hopefully their turn isn't too crazy, and then we can go ahead and just play another leyline. Alright, they're moving to discard. I really want to know what they have. Oh my god. I actually fucked up, too. I was supposed to fucking copy the Goblin Shaman. I'm just kind of punting left and right here. I should have been copying the Goblin token at end step so I could get more damage in. But I'm just kind of, like, so scared of what the opponent's doing over there. Like, they're going to have a hand full of action if they ever find a way to interact with this ley line. God damn it, I did it again. I'm giving my opponent far more time than they should have. Okay, I'm going to remember to do it this time. Okay. Here we go. I'm actually doing the thing correctly now. Oh my god. Alright, they scoop it up. That was just fucking calamity all over the place, but oh my god. A Fable of the Mirror Breaker kept us the whole fucking way. Oh my god. We were not... Yeah, another 2 turns before interaction. We took it down, but holy shit was that... Wow. Okay, on the play, up against Don Haggis. Their name is very familiar. When I looked them up, it says they're on Dimir artifacts. So I feel like this is a turn 1 Fable and a Chalice on 0. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here. Opponent's going to 5. Hopefully they're actually on that artifact wheel deck, and they're basically just trying to mulligan for a LED wheel, and they don't have a force for this Chalice, and it just completely destroys their game plan. Alright, they kept. Well, we have to run out our zeros first. I think I want to run out the Fable first. I would be more okay... Am I more okay with this? No. Let's... Chalice on 0. Ooh, it resolved. Okay. Well, now we need Fable to resolve as well. Or we have nothing going on here, because this is our mana. Okay, cool. Everything resolved. And then, like, a soul land off at the top would be nice. Flooded Strand, okay. Okay, they're on Delver. Okay. Interesting. I mean, that's a soul land, so we're going to keep it. I guess we're going to see if they have a Daze. Hopefully they don't. I greatly misjudged what our opponent was doing. This is the danger of, like, looking up your opponents ahead of time. Is sometimes they're not on what MTG Goldfish shows. This gets Daze in a heartbeat, I think, if they have it. Yep, there's the Daze. Okay, but it gets it out of their hand. It sets them back a land. And I guess we're going to see if we can ride this Fable / Orcish Bowmasters to the win. Reveal to Brainstorm. Okay. They're just going to Brainstorm now. Okay. Unfortunately, their creature is bigger than ours now. This Chalice on 0 is not hurting us and not doing shit to our opponent. If I had put it on 1, we would have been able to stop a lot of what our opponent's doing, but oh well. Like, I had a feeling, I knew I was playing into Daze that way, but I felt like I have to apply the pressure and just put them to the test every time. Like, I don't have the opportunity or the luxury to be able to sit back and not play around Daze, I feel like. Because they just have so much card selection. They could hit a Wasteland and take out my Ancient Tomb. Shit like that. Alright, opponent's getting in. They do technically win this race, so it makes sense that they're getting in. Broadside Bombardiers is interesting, but I can't play it until post-combat. But I 100% am going to. Luckily, this one gets around days. It does not get around to force if they have that, though. And we are doing a ton of damage to ourselves. Also, Broadside plus Reflection as a Kiki Jiki is kind of a ridiculous combo. This also gives me a way to just chuck my Chalice. They had the Force. Pitching a Brainstorm, okay. Luckily, they are starting to run low on resources here. But, okay, they're Grixis. Oh, is this a Murktide Regent? Fuck me. Fucking hate Murktide Regent. Okay. This one's probably gone now. I mean, it's only a 3/3 Merc or 6/6 Murktide Regent, but into a land. I suppose if I can get a Winota down. Oh, I can't even actually because now Ancient Tomb's off. Yeah, we're just dead. Because even if I drew a Winota, like, I can't actually play it because I'm down to 1 life. So, I badly misread that. It was a broadside. It wouldn't have done anything anyways. Okay. So, I very badly misread that. Feels really bad bringing in ley lines, but... Well, I could just bring in Solitude instead, actually. They're 4-color. So, I feel like maybe I want to bring that shit in. Because Magus can just totally fuck them up. I don't think well, actually, I think Broadside is better than Fable here, but I am going to take out 1 Broadside, I think. Like, the card draw when I know that they have Orcish Bowmasters is kind of scary. So let's run something like that. Alright, give me a good opener. This is a great opener. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep this. Uncounterable Magus on turn 1. Yeah, we're gonna do the thing. Human. I think we're a ways away from the Caves of Chaos Adventurer here. Well, no, we're a Soul Land away. Yeah, let's put the Solitude under it. Hopefully this just completely destroys their game plan here and that they just don't have any functional mana. I have no idea if they would have kept Lightning Bolt in, because that is a clean answer to this. Unfortunately, this does turn the rest of their counters on now, because now this is just a mountain, but... Alright, they just have a Dragon Rage Channeler. Okay. I guess we're gonna see if they have a Force of Will. They do not. Okay. Go grab a land. We have enough red sources. I'm gonna go grab another white source. And then we just schwack in? They could always go get, like, if they can turn this on... Oh, they're just... Oh. I'm okay with that. Go ahead and kill the Caves of Chaos Adventurer. I'm fine trading the initiative back and forth here. I would much rather that die than the Magus at this point. Because we can trade the initiative back and forth. That's actually kind of okay. Unless they just have, like, another land to kill the fucking Magus, and then we have literally nothing going on, and Delver just does what Delver does. Because they can go get a basic now, assuming they have any in their deck. I imagine they have to have at least 1 basic island, right? Alright, they play a land, which makes me think they don't actually have any basics. See if they do. Nope, no basics. They kept their lightning bolts in, which is mildly problematic. And we're in a world where we're probably going to just start trading fucking the initiative back and forth. I mean, that turns on my shit again, so I have uncounterable humans now. Initiative creature? No. And now I think we just die, unfortunately. Missing a creature there, and them untapping with actual mana now, I think we just lose the game, unfortunately. Because they're also going to get to Lostwell, or they can Forge. Like, I think that double bolt got us. There's nothing I can do here. I'll just F6. There's no point in trying to hide anything here. No, they're just going aggro. Okay. Because this turns all their cantrips and shit on now. Yep. So they liked something that they saw. Opponent is taking forever to resolve their Brainstorm. Alright, our opponent finally came back. Found a Wasteland. Yep, goes after the human one. That's fine. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is over. And a meltdown. Yeah, this one's pretty well lost here. We'll take another draw because we're not dead yet. As soon as they play a Murktide, though, which is probably what's coming next, we're just gonna scoop. Um, yeah, we'll give it one more draw, see what happens. If they play a Murktide Regent, we're just gonna scoop it up. Like it's Delver doing Delver things. I misread game one, which is fine. Like I said, I know a lot of people say like, oh, you're online, look up what your opponents are doing. Like it gives you an advantage. But you also run into this where it's like they'll post one record and then swap decks. I mean, that's one thing. If you look me up, you're just gonna see shitloads of different kinds of decks, so you're never gonna know what I'm on. So yeah, and we draw a Talos. We're just dead here. It is what it is. It's Delver doing Delver things. On to the next one. All right. This is a turn one Fable and a shitload of land to be able to do things with afterward. I think we're gonna give it a shot here. Like this is a little wonky, but as long as the Fable resolves, like we're gonna have a ton of mana to do whatever we want with after that. And if the Fable resolves, it means we're gonna be able to loot some of this excess land away. Once upon a time, so this probably means they're on like a Fiend Artisan style deck. I have no idea how that goes. They can typically go pretty wide, so the initiative's going to be a bit of an issue. But we shouldn't have to worry about counter magic. Like, we shouldn't have to worry about counter magic in this matchup, but natural order is going to be a thing. They can go super wide, so the initiative's going to be a liability. But I guess we'll see. So, assuming that they don't have something that destroys this, I'm thinking probably loot away Mountain Arid Mesa. Either that or loot away Mountain City of Traders, but we'll see what we draw. There's a liability of keeping Chrome Mox because they definitely have a main deck Collector Oof. But it might be worth the burst of mana to get something out quickly, even if we know it's eventually going to get shut off. Alright, opponents. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'd rather swords be pointed at that than anything else at this point. And then what will this be? Fiend Artisan? Collector Oof. Okay. So Chrome Mox is getting chucked. That's totally fine. Like, this is one of the things that I was saying. Like, we might just chuck this Chrome Mox away anyways. And a Caves of Chaos Adventure. Yes. We're gonna chuck City and Chrome Mox. So this is a little awkward. We're going to Chalice on one. Play out the Arid Mesa. It is a little... I guess it doesn't really matter because we weren't going to be able to use the Chrome Mox anyways to be able to play Caves of Chaos Adventure. But now they've also got multiple creatures on board, which is kind of a problem. This should shut down their removal, though, and any other mana dorks they have. However, if this is just like a fucking natural order for something stupid, yeah, this is... Okay, Gaddock Teague, I guess, is fine. And an Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, so they're just going wide as hell. Unfortunately, this does mean that, like, Caves of Chaos Adventurer is a liability if we play it. We will fetch on our upkeep here. Blood Moon doesn't matter anymore. Another Fable's interesting. We will go ahead and play it. This gives us some blockers, at least. Also, Gaddock Teague doesn't really do anything because none of our non-creature spells are mana value of 4 or greater, so... Okay, wait, they're just going for the control route here, I guess. Oh, they're going after the colored mana, that's fine. Is this another Bowmasters, is the question. Or it just goes up to a 2-2? Do I care? I think I can take 2, that's fine. Taking 2 is totally fine. Alright, give me something good, deck. Another fucking land. And I can't really afford to do anything here. Oh, they had another Bowmasters anyways. Yeah, this was just over. We're gonna go to the next one. They went way too wide, way too fast, and we drew too much mana. And we couldn't loot any of it away with the Fable, unfortunately. So we'll just go to the next one, which is fine. That being said, I think what we're gonna do is bring in Magus, bring in Solitudes. I don't think Chalice is particularly relevant here. Take out one Fable. There's a part of me that kind of wants to bring in Archons so that they can't just like start going crazy wide and shit, but let's try that. Ugh, I cannot keep this. I gotta mulligan this, unfortunately. Alright, this is a turn 1 Magus, which I think we're gonna go ahead and keep this. I think we get rid of the Caves of Chaos. No, 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 no. Shit, I gotta put both of them under there. Well, since it's not gonna matter anyways, we can get rid of the Cavern of Souls. We're dumping literally our entire hand out to play this Magus and try to shut them off of anything relevant. And now we go grab a white source so that we have all of our colors. And hopefully this just shuts down everything they can do. I do know they have basic forests, at least one, but hopefully they kept a hand that didn't have any, and this Magus can just ride. Dismember is also a problem. We're going to see if this Magus can get us there. We're also now at the point where we can cast anything that we draw other than Solitude. Like I said, the hope is just keeping them off of any kind of colored mana. And hopefully they don't have Dismember. I mean, we just cast our spells. This allows us to be able to cast a Solitude now. Hopefully we're not in a situation where we're drawing the mana half of our deck again. So far, they're just playing Mono Mountains over there. Okay, I like Fable. We're going to swing first. Alright. So this is what we like. The turn 1 lock piece before they can do anything. However, this is going to greatly signal that they need to fetch basics next game. Simian Spirit Guide. We do not need that. Into a Caracas. We were better off with the fucking Spirit Guide. Shit. I'm going to hold on to this to make them think twice now about doing anything. Like, we have the mana to be able to cast a Solitude. Make them think that we have it and that this isn't just a dead card. Because this is screaming that we have a Magus or something. Ooh! They found a white source. What are they doing? Nothing yet. Okay. Oh my god, deck. I mean, we just... I think I'm going to hold back on this Magus. I feel like they might have some kind of flash creature to be able to get in here with that could fuck up our Magus. They also could have been trying to go for a Prismatic Ending and realize they only have 2 colors of mana. Alright, they scoop it up. I think they were trying to cast a Prismatic Ending and realized they only had 2 colors of mana to be able to cast it. Now they know to preferentially go for whatchamacallit. Basics. I don't know if I want to change anything. I think I just want to run it back. Yep, let's run it back. Yeah, we'll keep this. We're just going to try to go faster than our opponent. Alright, yeah, they preferentially went for a basic. Kind of figured they would. The Chrome Mox is interesting, because that gives me repeatable mana. I think we might just go for the Rabble Master. Start trying to press our damage. This also means if I can hit a Winota, this does things. Like, at this point, I'm just trying to go wide. Okay, Collector, that's fine. I have another red, like, I have multiple other red sources to be able to do things with. Another Chrome Mox that doesn't do a damn thing. Play out the Caracas. They don't have black mana yet. I'm just going to keep pressing my edge here. Just keep going aggro. If they want to block the Goblin Rabble... Wow. Oh, no. Okay. I thought they were blocking the Rabble Master for a second. I'm like, that's aggressive. So, this Chrome Mox is a free pitch. They still don't have black mana to Bowmasters me. But they could do, like, a Green Sun Zenith for it. Knight of the Reliquary. Okay. Knight is currently a 4/4. Cavern of Souls. Okay. We will pitch the Chrome Mox into a Lotus Petal. The Lotus Petal doesn't matter. Do this on human. Let's see if they want to block first. Attack with everything. We're still just gonna go ahead and push. Like, we're doing the thing here. This gives us mana. Okay, they're gonna block there. Ooh, really? I am A-okay with that. Like, I'm super okay with that. Because I've got another backup here. Let's grab a repeatable red source here. Alright. Let's see if they're willing to get in, because I will let them fucking take the initiative here to get a basic and a heartbeat. That's fine. Like, a natural order is scary as hell. Okay, so Renegade Rallier to get a land back. That's not the worst thing in the world here. We've got 2 cards left in hand. Gaddock Teague, that's fine. I can just bounce Gaddock Teague. I really don't care about that. I think I'm going to go ahead and let them take the initiative to get a basic here. Because we can bounce Teague out of the way to get another blocker out of the way. And depending on what we hit, we don't even necessarily need to swing in with the Case of Chaos Adventurer, but we're probably going to anyways. Seasoned Dungeoneer, okay. I like that a lot. And yeah, this allows me to be able to do it. So I can go ahead and bounce Teague out of the way, get in with everything to get the initiative back. Let's get our mana first. Not that I can do anything with it. A Solitude, which I can't actually cast at the moment. Alright, they're gonna block there. This just kills them. Yeah. Alright, this kills them. They go to 2. I get this back. We forge up, just in case. Let's put the forge on the reflection of Kiki Jiki. And then we just get to trap them for lethal. And we get there. Because now we go into trap and we kill them. Just out aggroed Maverick. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, final round on the draw, playing for the positive record, up against random deck. Okay. Hopefully it is some fucking spice. I very much enjoy seeing spice. We keep this. We keep the shit out of this. Depending on what they do, we might throw this Magus of the Moon under Chrome Mox to Chalice on 1, but we'll see. Opponent's mulliganing, we're gonna keep. Because we have 2 different lock pieces, and we have the shit that we want here, so, like, we're gonna see what they do on their turn 1 to dictate what we do on our turn 1. Blue. Okay. I'm thinking cantrips. I'm thinking 1 mana removal spells, or this could be High Tide, in which case I am definitely going to go ahead and drop Chalice on 1. I think that's just going to be the best thing I can do. And a Petal. Okay. We're going to throw the Magus under it, for sure. They're debating if they want to counter this, which makes me think that they have... Okay, if they didn't. They might have a Force, they might have a Daze. They could have, like, a Spell Pierce or something. We're throwing Magus under it. And we are going to Chalice on 1. That pause made me think that they have something. Spell Pierce. Okay. That's fine. So next turn, I probably run out Broadside Bombardiers. Or if we get another Chalice, we just try to run out another Chalice. Because I think I'd rather Broadside get countered than Winota at this point. Oh, okay. So they've got multiple colors. So this could... Does Beans play Spell Pierce? This could be like an Omni Show deck. There's a lot of things that this could be. I think we do this. Try to get the Broadside down. Because like I said, I feel like I'd rather have this get countered than Winota. Alright, doesn't get countered. Like, a Cavern of Souls would probably be the absolute best thing here, if I can get one. Or if they just, like, show and tell pass. Wasteland, okay. Maybe this is, like, Beans control? Uro, okay. So, it basically just means go grab a basic. I don't want to fetch yet, though. They have another land to put in. Because I want to keep my land density high. Alright, they did not draw land, so they got 4 spells of action over there. So this was probably just, like, Bant control, if I had to take a guess. I guess we're just gonna go for it. Like, we kind of just have to. If they have a counter, they have a counter, so be it. I'm gonna just keep playing on basics here. Hope this resolves. They probably got a Force of Will. Ooh, it resolved. Holy shit. I honestly can't believe we're making it to combat here. Alright, Winota, give me something good. Seasoned Dungeoneer, I will call that good. And they scoop it up. Okay, cool. So Bant control of some sort. With Wasteland and Uro, I'm thinking they're probably a Life from the Loam deck. Which means bring in Leyline. I wouldn't be surprised if they have Beanstalk, but I could be wrong. Solitude's probably not bad. I don't know if I want Magus. They have basics, but they also don't. I think let's try taking out the Magus. I think on the draw, Chalice isn't as good. Bring this in. I need to cut 2 more. Let's cut a Broadside and a Fable. Try that. I actually kind of like this, to be completely honest. I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. It's super aggressive, which I think I like, and it's got an uncounterable Rabble Master on turn 1. It's got an uncounterable Rabble Master on 1, followed up by an uncounterable Rabble Master on 2. Let's go Goblin. Alright, we're just gonna go hella aggro and see if we can fucking race them. Typically, aggro can get under control decks. The only thing that sucks is if they have a Wasteland. Undercity Sewer. So maybe it is just Sultai Beans or Sultai Control or something. I don't know. We'll see. They've been a land. I feel like they're probably looking for a Wasteland to try to get me off of this cavern. They're not just windmill slamming a fucking Wasteland here. So, I mean, I'll take that for now. Okay. That's good. Yeah, we're just gonna slam Ancient Tomb, play another Rabble Master, and hope that 2 of those can get us there. They are getting to the point where they could get a Murktide Regent here soon. But they do need another blue source. Okay, they're just killing the token, that's fine. I think they were looking for a Wasteland. The last deck that I played did get just fucking wrecked by Witherbloom Command, so... Well, like I said, the beatings will continue until morale improves. Pernicious Deed is a bit of a problem if they have that. I would like some real colored mana also. But this is a shitload of damage coming at them. They are just staring down lethal if they can't deal with at least one of these Rabble Masters, though. Alright, they got 3 mana. So they could have not a Witherbloom. Well, they could have Witherbloom Command. This could be an Uro to try to pad their life total. Pernicious Deed is a problem. Okay, it's just an Uro. I'm not particularly worried about that. I don't think that's lethal. This might be lethal? I haven't done the math yet, because they go up to 14. I'll have 4, 6, 8, 12. This should be lethal? I think this is lethal? I don't know. Math is for blockers. Fuck it. Alright. I guess they could have something to bounce. They could have a dismember. Like, there's still a bunch of things that can do this, but... I don't know. Like I said, we're just gonna fucking swing out because we have to and just see what the hell happens. Like, a Broadside Bombardiers off the top would be even better. Another Rabble Master, a War Boss, like, any of my 3-drop goblins off the top would just be amazing. Like I said, I think this is lethal, but math is for blockers. We're just swinging. Okay, so Chrome Mox does give me stuff to do. Alright, so the pump is on attacking goblins, so we're just going to go to combat. Playing Fable pre-combat doesn't do anything. Okay, we're getting to combat. Okay, whoops. Attack with all. Like I said, math is for blockers. Okay, they're stifling one of the triggers. Is this still lethal with the other one? They're at 1. Okay, so they cannot Force of Will this. And basically, they need a Wrath of some sort. And they scoop it up. We got there. Took down fucking Sultai Control. Out aggroed them. I like it. I like it a lot. So at the end of the league, the deck did really well. I think the banning of Namesticker Goblin definitely opened up the chance for these red-white Stompy decks to be able to come back with Initiative and Moon Stompy and all that kind of stuff. Instead of, if you want to play red Stompy, being shoehorned into Turbo Muxus builds. And it was a ton of fun. We got to see some really cool shit go down. Didn't really get to see the whole Broadsides tech that I wanted to, but the deck felt really good. Couple of clunky draws. There is a lot of air in the deck. There's a lot of mana, but that's because you need to be able to power out these 3 and 4 drops on turn 1 and 2. So, but it pretty much played exactly how I anticipated it being. I did want to keep with the more prison aspect that Jesse wanted when he submitted the deck. But when I was tuning, I was screwing around, and I think if you want to max out on winning versus doing fun things, you might want to go with a build like this other one that I did over here. This was a faster build going up on more token producers with Legion Warboss. This is kind of inspired by a list I found from Phil over at Thraben U that he 5-0'd with Winota similarly, that went more out on the token producers here. I did bring the Archons into the main deck again, just to try to keep a little bit more with Jesse's vision of the deck, but I felt like when I was testing, the Maguses were more important to be able to prey on the greedy mana bases and everything than the Storm Hate was. But I think overall, this deck felt like it was better and had a higher win rate, but I wanted to stick more with what Jesse was wanting with his request by playing the other deck as well. So if you care about win rates, I'd probably play this version. And maybe I'll film it at some point. But anyways, hopefully y'all liked the video, had some fun. I will catch you all in the next one, and as always, stay salty. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like and sub button below. They are free ways to support the channel. And drop a comment, let me know what you like. Any kind of feedback you got, your opinions on my gameplay, the decks that I play, any of that kind of stuff. If you really like what you see, go ahead and drop by the Patreon. Become a patron, get to read some of my tournament reports and some stuff going on outside of just Magic in my life that I'm going to start putting over there as kind of my own personal blog. Also, you can do donation deck lists over there, just the price of a league if you have a specific deck you want to see, or you have an idea you want me to brew around, something like that, go ahead and do that. Nothing is required. It's always appreciated, though. Any donations go directly back into the channel, covering stuff such as leagues for donation decks or the rental program that I'm a part of. I am a small-time YouTuber. I'm doing this for fun. I really hope you all like what you saw. I truly appreciate you all stopping by. I will catch you all in the next video, and as always, stay salty.